Happy Monday. If you missed the Zooms this morning with Miss Ellison or Miss Wagner, I'm going to go through just real quick, and these are the exact notes that we gave out this morning, and I'm just going to guide you through the lesson. Today, we are actually starting Unit 2, which is a brand new unit over multiplying and dividing rational numbers. So if you look right here, we had the students draw a triangle, and this is called the Dorito. It's just a graphic. And with multiplying and dividing rational numbers, you would have a negative times a negative equals a positive. Now, if you had a negative times a positive, it would always equal a negative. Now, make sure you do copy these notes down in your math journal. So what we use for multiplying and dividing, if you have 3 or more numbers, is the even odd rule. So the first thing you're going to want to do is count the number of negative signs. If you have an even number of negatives, the answer is positive. So in example 1, if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know 4 is an even number. So our answer, or the solution to example 1, would be a positive. Now, if we had an odd number of negatives, then the answer is going to be a negative, such as example 2. We have 1, 2, 3 negatives. 3 is odd, so whenever we were to solve this, our answer would be a negative. So some other notes that we took today. A product is just the answer to a multiplication problem. Ways to write multiplication. So you all have seen all of these ways so far this year. You'd have the little multiplication symbol. You'd have the parentheses, okay? And then you would also have the dot here. All of those means you're going to multiply. Now, quotient is the answer to a division problem. Now, ways to write division is with this division symbol right here, the long division bar, or think what we call the house. Remember, top dog always goes in the house. And then also this fraction bar means to divide. So we did some practice today together, and these are a few of them, or actually all of them that we did. So number 1, if you look, we have 5 times negative 5. Well, if we count the number of negatives, we have 1 negative, 1 is odd, so our answer is going to be negative 25. Number 2, negative 6 divided by negative 3. We have 2 negatives, so the answer is going to be a positive because even number of negatives is going to be a positive answer. Now, number 3, if you look at the problem right here, I showed the students that if we count our negatives, there's 1, 2, we know automatically our answer is going to be a positive. So at the very end, we just need to make sure we got a positive answer. So I also showed them that based on order of operations, or PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, when we have multiplication or division, we work left to right. So I had them underline each step that we would do. And again, we practiced the rules that we learned. Negative 2 times 3 is going to be negative 6. And then we just brought all of this down. Negative 6 times 4 would be negative 24, divided by negative 2. If we count our negatives, 1, 2, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. Number 4, negative 5 times negative 3 times 2. Again, 1, 2. 2 is an even number, so our answer would be positive. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15 times 2 is 30. Number 5. Again, count your negatives, 1, 2, 3. So we know at the very end our answer needs to be a negative. With multiplying and dividing, we work left to right. So negative 6 divided by 9 is negative 4. Bring all of this down. I underline each step I did so that way you can see negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. Bring down this negative 2, so 20 divided by negative 2, 1 negative, and our answer is going to be negative 10.